Hello everyone, it's Lindsay, and today I'm going to work through a Bible journaling process for you guys. And before I jump in, I just wanted to kind of share how this page idea came about. So I was feeling super uninspired. I didn't have any videos filmed for this week, and I was kind of just taking a break since I was overwhelmed with the 30 days projects we've been doing in November. And so I kind of just sat down at my desk, and I have in front of me a whole bunch of different acrylic drawers full of goodies. And so one of those drawers is this one here, where I dump all of my extra Illustrated Faith kit die cuts. So when I've finished working through a kit, everything kind of gets dumped in here together, and ideally I would dig through here and use products on layouts, but honestly I have this weird block in my head where I can't use pieces with like mixed and matched with other kits, which is silly. You totally can do that, and so I wanted to kind of push myself to try to do that today. So I started digging through to see if there was any pieces in here that I really felt inspired by, and I found this piece here where it says His Joy. This is from the Less Hustle, More Jesus devotional kit. I will have that link down below. It is available. And I kind of use this as my jumping off point. Now that kit is not a Christmas kit or anything like that, but I kind of wanted to pull out some of my Christmas goodies and kind of get into using Christmas products. And I know it's kind of crazy. It's not quite December yet, and some of us might be thinking, whoa, Lindsay, hold off till December, but the page I'm going to create today actually will not be very Christmassy at all. So this will also show you how to use some of those products in a way that isn't overly Christmassy, because I know some of you are kind of wondering about that. Also, I've seen some threads in the Facebook groups looking for Christmassy products and things like that. So I wanted to show you how to use these products in that way. And it just so happens that a lot of these products are currently deeply discounted over at Dayspring, and so I will link all those down below. This would be the perfect time to stock up on things like homespun alphas, maybe grab some of the past kits, whether you haven't worked through them yet, or maybe you worked through them already and really loved it and want to pick up more of the product, or maybe you want to do like a small group and pick up a bunch of kits to work together. This would be the perfect time. And so in addition to that discount, Dayspring generously gave me a special discount code just for my followers that you can stack on top of the sales they already have going on. So if you use the code Lindsay10, I'll have the information down below for you guys, Lindsay10, you get 10% off on top of what's already happening, and you get free shipping. So perfect time to stock up on things. That discount code does not work for the Illustrating Bible or Willow Tree, but it should work on everything else on the site. So you can stock up on some of those past kits. Even if it's not on sale, you can use that 10% off. Now might be a good time to grab the Grace and Gratitude Journal if you haven't grabbed one already. This would be a good time to grab one of those. Now the most recent kit, the Advent kit, devotional kit, is sold out, and that was another reason I kind of wanted to use some of these other Advent products from last year, is to show if you missed out on that kit, don't worry, you can still use Advent products from last year and still join in, still have fun. Maybe you're new to Bible journaling and this is your first year doing it, and so this would be a perfect time to grab last year's product and use that. And so I wanted to encourage you to pull that out and use that as well. So I'm going to use some of those goodies, and the verse on this particular piece is John 14:27, which I didn't feel like really went paired well with this piece, and so I decided, I wasn't really feeling it with that verse. And the kind of statement that kept coming to my mind when I read this was being filled with His joy. And so I got on Google real quick and just typed in "filled with His joy" Bible verse, and it pulled up Romans 15:13, and that's where we'll be journaling today. And it says, "Now may the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you believe, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit." And so as we get ready to gear up for Advent and the Christmas season, I don't know about you, but this time of year can really bring on a lot of stress and anxiety, and I don't want to let that overtake me this year. I want to be filled with joy through the whole season. I want to focus on that, and that has just kind of been my prayer as we head into this. And I've really worked at stripping some things away in my life for Christmas and really just focusing on God and just the joy part of this season. And so I wanted to kind of jump off with this entry, and I think that'll work perfect for that. So I pulled out some pieces that I'm going to use. A lot of these are from the Advent collection. Some of these I have no idea. I kind of think this piece is from the Created to Create 2. journaling kit, but I can't guarantee that that's where it's from, but I'm pretty sure these are the Advent paper pieces. So anything that's still available, I will link down below for you guys. I am going to try to use some of the Advent stamps. This is one of my favorite stamp sets for this time of year. It's super cute, and I'm actually going to try to do some stamping with a gelato, so we'll see how that happens, or how that works. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on fast forward, and we'll dive in and get this page taken care of. Okay, so I'm going to kind of stage things where I think they are going to go. And then I'm going to do some stamping using a gelato. So I have the Odyssey color. I think this came from the iridescent set or something like that. I don't know. I will link them down below. I have a review of these. I haven't used them in forever. So what I'm doing is spraying the stamp with water and then rubbing the gelato directly onto the stamp. This does not give you perfect impressions. It kind of gives you this painterly look. But some of the die cut pieces had this gold foiling, and so I wanted to pull more of that gold into this page. And so this particular gelato has this like gold iridescence to it. And I don't know, I just thought it'd be fun to create kind of an interesting background behind these pieces that I'm using. Now you can kind of see behind my Bible page, I have this mat, and what that is, I found the cutting, like flexible cutting mats from the Dollar Tree work perfect as a Bible mat for this larger illustrating Bible. So until they come out with a larger Bible mat that works for this Bible, I'm using one of these and it works just fine, and it's good for, you know, protecting everything that's underneath my page. So you can see I just kind of added a few of those little marks, and that particular stamp is actually meant to be the filler stamp for the ornament in the Advent stamp set, but I'm just using it to create a patterned background. Now I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I dry gelatos. You want to be careful that you don't get too much pigment on there, because gelatos are hard to write over with a pen. They kind of tear up your pens. That's why I'm hesitant to use them. You can see I'm kind of touching it to make sure it's not waxy or there isn't too much buildup, but I end up just making sure that my journaling doesn't go over the top of that. That way I don't ruin my journaling pens. So before I stick down these little mugs, I'm going to add some washi tape just to kind of anchor the mugs. These mugs are super cute, and I had yet to find a page or a prompt or something to journal with these. I'm pretty sure these are from the like die cut pack, and then that little red one may be from the devotional kit. I honestly can't remember. Maybe they're all from the same place, but I know they're from last year. So I will link everything I can down below for you guys. And so I'm going to pull in a little bit more of this stamped pattern back there just to kind of fill things in and make it look like it all is working together. And if you stamp over the text, the gelatos are transparent, so you can see through them and see the text if you are concerned about that. And then now I can start sticking things down. And you can see, even though these mugs came with the, Christmas collection, they aren't overly Christmassy. The one with the tree is, more Christmassy, but they are winter themed. And so you can kind of get a jump start, use these all through winter, not just Christmas. I love that little Jesus hot cocoa repeat. I think that's really cute. And with this sentiment, filled with his joy, just using these little filled coffee mugs I thought worked and was cute. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out these Homespun Alphas. I picked out 2 colors that pair well with the colors of the die cuts, and honestly I do not use these often enough. I forget to use these, and the red is not a color that I use very often at all, and so this was the perfect opportunity to pull those out and use them. If you have a color that you're finding that you're not using very often, don't be afraid to recolor these. So you could take a black brush marker or a black ink pad and recolor these stickers to be all black if you find that that's easier to use than some of the colors. So don't be afraid to pick up maybe some of those colors that are on sale and change the color of them. I also like buying the white ones because I can color them whatever color that I want. So I have those little stars. Some are from the Advent collection. Some I punched out of the devotional cards out of a past kit. So these are just all little random bits and bobs that I had in that acrylic drawer. And then that tab up there was from the Advent collection last year as well, I believe. And I'm just making sure I leave myself plenty of room to journal up above this sentiment there. And I usually outline my alpha stickers with a black pen, but because that his joy piece is all one piece, I didn't really want to outline that as well. So I'm just going to leave it all unoutlined. And since I kept the background pretty minimal, it works. It pops off the background just fine. I'm going to add some washi tape behind the tab for two reasons. It adds, some interest to the tab so it doesn't look like it's just floating at the top of the page, but it also reinforces the page. So if somebody was to happen to turn the page by the tab, it shouldn't tear. I don't advise you to use tabs to turn your pages, but I teach workshops, and so my Bibles get flipped through all the time. And so I just make sure that I reinforce, things like that with washi tape. Now I can go ahead and cut off whatever's hanging off the edge. You can see on the back here, no bleed through. Gelatos do not bleed through your Bible pages. And then I decided to pull in a little more of this pink. So the pink of the word joy is a slightly different pink than that hot pink of the other pieces I have on there. So I'm bringing in a Neocolor 2 crayon in this lighter pink color and just adding some more little asterisks around the page in the background, just to make that pink look like it's supposed to be there. And then I also realized I only have one red item on there, and that's that coffee mug, or that's not true, the coffee mug and the alpha stickers. So I pull in a red Neocolor 2 crayon and just add some little red detail to some of those diamond shapes to bring in more of that red to make it feel like it's supposed to be there as well. Now I'm going to use a ruler to draw in my journaling lines. You can see mine, my husband hacked off the end of it so that it will fit in this Bible, and it's perfect for just drawing in some journaling lines. And I sketch in those and then write out a prayer as we head into this season, just asking, thanking God that He is a fountain of joy and not anxiety, and that we can go to Him and always be filled with His abundant joy. And I'm just so thankful for that. So I'm also going to pull out the Illustrated Faith highlighter washi to highlight my verse. Again, that's Romans 15:13. I'm using this kind of light blue to pull in more of the light blue since I didn't have very much of it on the page. And that way you can see I kind of have 3 bits of red, 3 bits of blue, and then a few spots of pink. And that is it for the entry today. So if you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below. Check out the description box for links to everything. Be sure to take advantage of that coupon code and the sales going on right now. That's only good for this week until, I believe, the 29th. So take advantage of that. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.